Hello dear friends, welcome back to another video, and this time it's a recipe video. Here I am showing a recipe of a cake. This is Leches Cake, meaning 3 milk cake. Many of you will be knowing what it is. So let me explain to those who don't know about it. It is a normal sponge cake which is soaked in 3 different type of milk, and finally you will get a sweet, soft, delicious cake. There are different methods to make this, and here I am sharing the recipe which I follow. So let's see how to make it. Now for this recipe we need a sponge cake. If you don't have time, you can just buy it from outside, but here I am making a sponge cake. For that, taking 1 full cup of all-purpose flour and 1 teaspoon of baking powder to it, then sifting it well. This is a very simple cake, very simple sponge cake. Very few ingredients we are using. For dry ingredients we are just taking all-purpose flour and this baking powder. Now we'll keep this aside. After that, before going for wet ingredients, we'll just prepare our cake tin. So here I just greased it with some oil. After that, we'll just dust it with some all-purpose flour. This will help us to demold the cake a little more easily. Now we'll keep this aside. Now we have to mix our wet ingredients. For that, taking a mixing bowl, we are making this cake using some butter, not with oil. So taking 100 gram butter. Before using it, we'll keep this in room temperature. That will help us to mix easily. Now using a beater, we'll just smash it. After that, beat it well. Make it a smooth paste. So that's it, our butter is soft and smooth now. After making it soft, now we'll add our second ingredient, that is sugar. So let me tell one thing, this cake is a sweet cake, very sweet cake. So if you're a person who don't like sweet much, you can reduce the sugar. Now here I'm adding half cup of fine sugar. So if you don't like sweet much, you can reduce it. You can customize it as per your wish. And one other thing, this is fine sugar. If you're using crystal sugar, you can powder it and use in same measurement, that is half cup. Next we'll mix this little by little and make it very soft. So here our butter and sugar is mixed well. Next we are going to add our main ingredient, that is eggs. Here I am using 3 large sized eggs, 1 by 1, and if you are using smaller size egg, that is small size or medium sized eggs, you can increase the number into 3 or 4. Added 3 eggs and mixed well. Next we are going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Then give a good mix. There is one more ingredient, one more wet ingredient to add, that is milk. But before that, we'll add our dry ingredients. So here it is. We have to add little by little and mix very well. And now the dry ingredients is mixed well. And finally we'll add milk. The measurement is 1/3 cup. And that's it, our batter is ready, cake batter is ready. Now we'll pour this to a prepared cake tin. For making this cake, we are not using any oven. So taking a saucepan, an old saucepan which is not in use, and keeping a plate inside it and preheating it for 10 minutes. Instead of the saucepan, you can even use a pressure cooker for this. So after preheating, you'll just open the lid and keep the cake tin inside it and close it airtight. Now we will heat it for 10 minutes in medium to high flame. And here 10 minutes is over, so reduce the flame to medium to low and keep it for 30 minutes. Here after 30 minutes we'll just open it and see. So our cake is ready. Now let's see if the cake is cooked well. Use a skewer and prick inside. Here you can see the skewer is clean, so it is cooked well. Next we'll keep this cake aside to cool down, and by that time we'll make a mixture of milk. For that, taking condensed milk. Here I'm taking 300 grams of condensed milk. There is no particular measurement for this. So if you're not interested in sweetness, you can reduce the condensed milk in it. And the second milk is evaporated milk. It is around 170 grams, but again there is no particular measurement for this. And the final milk which I am using here is full fat milk, around 1/3 cup. Instead of this full fat milk, you can even use heavy cream, which will give a rich flavor to your cake. So that's all, our milk is ready. Now we'll give a good mix. And here our cake is ready, it is cooled down. We'll be pouring the milk to this cake, so before that we have to use a skewer and prick like this to make some holes in it. These holes will help in soaking the cake well in the milk. And here the cake is ready. Next we'll pour the milk. We are not going to pour the milk completely, but just 1/3 of the milk we'll pour. Here you can see the cake is filled with milk, so we'll just stop it now and wait till the cake is dry again. It will take the milk completely inside. Here after 10 minutes you can see the cake is dry again, so we'll add 2 more tablespoons of milk over it. And here the procedure is complete. Now we'll keep this in refrigerator by closing for 2 hours. And here you can see some leftover milk. We'll be using this while serving the cake. And by the time when the cake is cooling down, prepare some whipping cream to decorate the cake. And I'm not detailing about this whipping cream procedure because I had shown it many times in my previous videos. So I'll just tell what I'm adding in it. It is 1/3 cup of sugar and 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. And one more thing, if you're not a sweet loving person, you can just skip the sugar here, because while serving this dressed lettuce cake, we'll be adding more sweetened milk above it to make it more soft. So it's up to you. If you don't want more sweet, you can just avoid the sugar. And here our whipping cream is ready. I just took the cake from refrigerator. I just kept it only for 1 hour. And here the cake, you can see it is very soft now. Just demold it and use the whipping cream to decorate. You can decorate as per your wish. This is our sweet, soft dressed lettuce cake. This is how I made it. Just try it once, you will love it. And for the person who don't like sweet much, you can reduce the sugar content and make it as per your wish. If you don't have much time to bake this cake, just buy a sponge cake from outside and follow other procedures. You will really love this cake. And don't forget one thing, before serving, just dip this cake in the milk cake and enjoy it. So let me remind you one more thing. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please subscribe to this channel by pressing the red button below, and don't forget to press the bell icon. So I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please give a big thumbs up and do share it with your friends. So thank you for watching and see you in next video. Till then, take care and bye bye.